Well, good morning, everybody. Hey, it is Melanie Mitro, and today is Ask Me Anything Friday. It was sort of a random thought that I had this morning because I seem to get the same questions over and over and over again. And I just thought, you know what? This is probably the best way to answer a lot of the questions that people give me. So, good morning. Hi, everybody. Glad to see you guys are jumping on. Good morning. So, it is Ask Me Anything Friday, and let's keep it clean. Let's keep it professional. And you can ask me anything about health and fitness, nutrition, or business. So, I'm going to start with some of the most asked questions that I get right now on my Instagram. So let's start with my morning devotional because I probably get that one 5 or 6 times a day. I read a few devotionals. So the She Works His Way app, you can actually download it. It's called She Works His Way. Hi, Denise. And so if you go download that, it's like $2.99 or $3.99. And every single morning, well, Monday through Friday, there is a great devotional. And it really speaks to me as a business owner, as a woman, as a mom. And that one is really great. So I read that one every single morning. It's actually by Michelle Myers. I am a Cancer. That is my sign for those of you that keep asking. But it's by Michelle Myers, and she has an amazing Instagram account. Go to She Works His Way. She does amazing things for business owners, and she has an event coming up called Narrow, and it is awesome. So you got to check that out. So do that one, and then the other one I do is Proverbs 31. So it's just an email subscription, and so what I do is I subscribe to her email subscription, and every morning I get an email. And it has a different daily devotional. So those are the two that I will read every single morning when I get out of bed and I'm doing my pre-workout and I'm sitting there kind of doing my personal development. I always read those two things first, and then I'll read my professional development for the morning. All right. Okay. So the second question that I get asked all of the time is actually about the program that I'm doing right now. So this 80-day obsession program is all about timed nutrition, but timing your nutrition around your workout so that you are fueling your body, so you have like energy to kick butt in a workout, and then fueling your body after the workout so that you recover and build your muscle and you lean out and you are, sort of getting the best results possible. And so, a lot of people have been asking me because I've been sharing a lot about my food, and I'm on day 4 or day 5. I'm on day 5, and today was leg day. So, I am following plan A right now, just for a few weeks, and then I will go to maintenance. You go to maintenance once you've reached your goal. But so, 80-day obsession is part of Beachbody. It's part of the Beachbody fitness program catalog. It is accessed through Beachbody on demand. It's an 80-day program. And in this program, for those of you that are doing it, I get a lot of questions about my pre and post workout meal. And I just want to share this. So in the 80-day obsession manual, she talks about what your pre-workout meal should be. And people keep going, why are you eating fruit in the morning? And I'm like, because I am switching my pre-workout meal with meal number 1, which she tells you that you can do if you can't eat that big of a meal in the morning. So personally, I'm not a morning, I don't like to eat before I work out, although I'm embracing the challenge because I want to see the kind of results that I can get. So, me typically, if I was going to follow this to the T, I would eat a green container, a red, a yellow, and a spoon. That's a lot in the morning. And if you look down here, she says, meal option number 1, under meal option number 1, she says in there, if you find that your pre-workout meal is too heavy or you're eating less than an hour before you work out, you can swap this option for your pre-workout. All right. Hi, Danny. Hello, hello. So in that option, this is why I'm having a fruit. It is a purple and a red and a spoon. So I'm literally flipping my meal option 1 with my pre-workout. My pre-workout becomes my meal option 1, and I'm a happy camper. It's my Shakeology in the morning because that's a red container with some berries, and I eat a spoonful of peanut butter. I don't even blend it together because I just don't want to. And so you can, but I don't like to blend it up at 5 in the morning, and so I just don't. Call me lazy. That's maybe what it is. So that's why I'm eating that way. So, a lot of people were like, but it doesn't make sense. And maybe you want to check that out. The other thing is on Sunday is rest day. And I know this keeps coming up. People are also saying to me, well, it's before we get to Sunday. It's like, do I have to eat the containers and the way she has it laid out? Yes. So you can't switch your containers around. You can't switch the configuration. You have to eat the containers she tells you at that specific time for a reason. Like, she's fueling your body in a specific way, so you're burning it so that you're getting your maximum results, right? And it's actually not hard. And I'm going to tell you a little bit of a story about this. So I was part of the 80-Day Obsession Coach Test Group. And Kelly, will this be available later? Yes, it will. So I was part of the Coach Test Group, and back in August is when we started this. And one of the things that I did not do, that I failed at miserably, was that I wasn't prepared. So anytime I do something, I have to mentally talk myself into it. I have to say, okay, this is going to be the plan. I'm going to have to plan out my food. I'm going to plan out my workouts. I'm going to get my workout space together. I'm going to write my meal plan. I'm going to go to the grocery store. I think about it. I don't just throw myself into something and try to figure it out, because I feel lost and confused and frustrated, and then I quit because I just don't feel organized. And when I started 80-Day Obsession in August with the Coach Test Group, they asked me that week. We were leaving for vacation that Saturday. They gave us the meal plan on a Saturday, and we had to start on a Monday. Personally, I don't operate that way. I started off already saying to myself, I'm not ready to be this committed. I didn't read enough about it yet. I didn't allow myself to get excited, right? And so what happened is I tried to force myself into doing 80-Day Obsession with the Coach Test Group. The other thing, add to the top of that, is the workouts happened at noon every single day, because we were building the program as we were going through the Coach Test Group, which means they were filming it live in California, and I'm on the East Coast, which is a 3-hour time difference. And I work out at 5 o'clock in the morning every single day. I am a creature of habit, and working out at noon does not fit with my lifestyle whatsoever. And so I was struggling too. I was always a day behind on the workouts, and I just wasn't committed. And so, I thought it was hard. The whole way through, I was doing the workouts, but I wasn't really doing the nutrition. I'm it's hard. It's so hard. I'm so sore. My body hurts. And here's the bottom line. I wasn't mentally committed. I wasn't mentally into the program. So if you are doing this program and you're feeling the way that I am feeling or was feeling in August, I'm going to tell you that this time around, for me personally, I gave myself, I knew I was committed to this on January 15th. I knew that was going to be day one. I spent the time reviewing all of the time nutrition. I spent the time making my meal plan and grocery shopping and timing it out and eating this week and making sure that I got up early enough to get my, meals in. And I look at this past week and I go, this actually isn't hard at all. And I think to myself, and you know why it's not hard? Because I'm prepared. And it's actually, time nutrition isn't that much harder than doing portion fix. It's just saying I'm going to eat at this specific time, and I'm not going to skip my meals, and I'm going to be mindful about it. And it's just the way that you pair things together. So it's really all about, number one, it's about perspective. But number two, it's all about just being that preparation piece of it. If you're prepared, if you read the material, if you take the time to think it through, you will do perfectly fine with this program. All right, Sunday for your rest day. Remember, you still have to eat you're not going to be doing your supplements or your pre or your post workouts. You are going to follow what she has on there for your Sunday days. And I'm looking for it at the moment. But here it is, your rest day meal plan. She tells you exactly what to eat on a Sunday. And again, you follow this to the T, eating every 2.5 to 3 hours, starting when you wake up, an hour after you wake up. This is what you want to do. And then we're going to be ready for week 2 and hit the ground running. So those are the questions that people are giving me about the nutrition plan and what I've been eating. So if you guys have questions, please let me know. So, somebody else asked me about organization and how I manage my business. Let me scroll back up here and look for it because I want to answer that question because I saw somebody asked it. Give me 1 second. All right, let's see. Tips on keeping your business organized was what the question was. All right. So tips on keeping your business organized. Again, planning is key. I have a planner. I also have a Google Calendar that I use, but every single weekend on Sundays, I sit down, and for those of you that are going to ask me what kind of planner, it's called the Brilliant Life Planner. It is by Beth Ann Schwamberger, and you can look it up on brilliantbusinessmoms.com. And in this planner, I really like that every weekend, she gives you a place where you can say what were last week's memories, what are you grateful for, what is your progress towards your goals, what are your struggles and stressors, and how have you overcome them? And then this week, what are my top 3 work tasks that I want to accomplish and my personal tasks that I want to accomplish. And I sit down on a Sunday morning, in the morning, I get up, it's my rest day, I don't have to work out. And what I do is I go through and I block out my business time and I ask myself, what are the priorities of the week? What are the top things that I want to accomplish in my business, in my personal life? And then I purposefully schedule my time in my week to do those activities. I put it on the calendar, and on the left-hand side of my planner actually has like a place for my to-do list, and I jot down these things on my to-do list. Even within the days of my planner, I will write a certain blog post that I want to write, certain activities that I need to do. I'll put those into the blocks of time that I have, the free time. And when I write out and block out my week and put on like, okay, I've got to volunteer on this day, or if you go to work, I have to go to work on this day. If you put all the things that are non-negotiables that don't change, and then you look at how to fit your business in around it, you see you actually have a lot more time than you think. You probably just waste a lot of time. Like you waste a lot of time scrolling. You waste a lot of time looking at other people's stuff. You waste a lot of time overthinking it instead of taking action. And so learn and teach yourself by being disciplined to take action, to be self-disciplined, to say, I need to focus on results. I need to focus on doing the right activities that are actually going to help me get to my business goals. So I have a calendar. I plan it out. I always ask myself, how did I do last week? How did I do this week? And then I set my intentions. And then throughout the week, I sort of walk it through and say, what do I need to do? Another thing I do is I have a post planner. So when I say post planner, I think about what are my objectives. If it's for my business or if it's my fitness, basically it says putting my goals into actions. And this is a list of ideas of things that I want to post about related to my business, or related to health and fitness, all right? And every week I add to this. It's sort of like it's my brainstorm kind of master kind of dump list. And then this is how I know, okay, I want to achieve this goal. And so I need to have anchor posts about that thing every single day or every single week. It also forces me to remind myself to take the pictures that go with the concept that I want to write about or share on social media. This also keeps me organized too. All right. So I wanted to share that with you. All right, guys. That's all I got for you today. Those are some of the most asked questions that I get. If there's anything else that you would like to know from me, please let me know. I'll just hang out here for just one more minute, and then I will save this and put it on my story so you guys can come back to it too. Ashley, how do you motivate yourself when you don't want to? Do you ever drag? Of course I drag. Of course I drag. Of course there are mornings that alarm goes off and I don't want to do it, right? So motivation definitely comes from within. So you have to find, okay, and all of us are motivated differently. I think that's also something to remember. So ask yourself, what is the goal that you are working towards? Is it motivation in your business? Is it motivation in your fitness? So if it's your fitness, for example, what I do is I say to myself, okay, why do I need to get out of bed at 5 a.m. to do this workout? Well, for me personally, I say to myself, if I don't get out of bed at 5 a.m. and I don't do my workout, it's not going to happen, because then I'm going to have to get the kids on the bus, and then I'm going to have to go to work, and I don't have time later to get my workout in. So for me, it's like I need to get this workout in because this is the only time I have it. So I create that sense of urgency. Why should I do my workout and not skip it? Well, I create a vision board for myself, or a motivation board. I'm going on vacation at the end of February, right? I want to fit in that bathing suit, or I want to look really good when I go on my day on Valentine's Day with my husband, right? So think about what is your motivation? Why are you doing this program? Is it to get rid of the 30 pounds that you gained after having a pregnancy? Is it, think about what it is. And then when you wake up in the morning, you visualize the person you want to become. You visualize what it's going to feel like and what you're going to look like when you get to that end date, when you get to the goal. And every single decision and choice I make, I say to myself, I know that change is hard. I know that sometimes workouts aren't something I want to do, but I don't want to. I feel better when I work out. I feel better when I exercise, and I would rather feel the pain of the current change versus the pain of staying the same. And so for me, it's visualization. It is having something that motivates me to get up and do the workout in the morning, and to constantly remind myself that change and challenge and struggle is part of the process, and I got to lean in and embrace that. All right. So I hope that helps you with that. How many hours per week do you work when you first started in year one? So Sandra, in year one, I will say that number one, I had a 6-month-old, and Landon was about 2, little over 2 at that time. And Matt worked full time. My husband worked full time. And so I call it like working in my pockets, so I would work out in the morning. I'd sit down at the computer, maybe an hour, 45 minutes. I mean, sometimes it was 15 minutes before the kids woke up. And, they were little, so I had to be mom and kind of do those things in the morning. So they couldn't watch TV. So I would do my mom tasks, and they would play. And when they would go down for a nap in the afternoon, I would always be home for nap time, because I knew I had to create a consistent schedule for them and for me. And they needed to have quiet time because I needed sanity, but I needed to work. And so from 2 to like 3:30 or 4, so an hour and a half, sometimes 2 hours, I was able to sit and do my work. So every day I did my work the minute they went down for their nap, straight to my computer to do my work. Then when they would go to bed at night, I would usually spend about an hour or an hour and a half. On Saturdays and Sundays, I would get up at 5 a.m. My husband was home, so he would give me a little bit of time. I would usually work about 3 hours on a Saturday morning, usually 3 or 4 on a Sunday morning, and then a little bit at night. So I was going into this business like I want to maximize the opportunity. I want to take it as far as I can go. I was very disciplined to get up on my rest days, even when the rest of the house was quiet. I tried to work around my kids too. So that's a little bit about what my business hours looked like when I first started building my organization. For those of you that are asking about the planner, it's called Brilliant Life Planner, and you can go to the website brilliantbusinessmoms.com. All right, brilliantbusinessmoms.com. If you like the planners, that works very, very well. All right. Okay. we're going to finish this live broadcast. Save your questions, come back next Friday, and we'll do this again. I'll let you know. I'll try to keep it about the same time. So if you do have questions that you want to ask me, save them and come back, and I will answer them next weekend. So have a wonderful, wonderful Friday, and I will talk to you all. Bye.